Welcome to the Marketing Pulpit Show, and I am Robert Gatewood, your host. We are here every Friday at 10:30 a.m. bringing you the good of marketing gospel. We're not saving souls, you're saving businesses, saving jobs, saving our community. Now, if I happen to save a soul along the way, don't hold that against me. We'll just call that icing on the cake. Now, the mission at Marketing Pulpit Show is to build strong businesses in our community so that we can put our people to work. And we do that with business development, job creation, and service. So if you ever find yourself in a business crossroads and not sure which way to turn, just turn on the Marketing Pulpit Show because we're on a mission. The show is broadcast live from the illustrious Radio 1 studio. Welcome to the Marketing Pulpit Show. I'm Robert Gatewood, your host, and we're here every Friday at 10:30 a.m. bringing you the good marketing gospel. I am not here to save your soul. Got to take that up with somebody else. I am here to save your business, save your job, and might even save your community in the process. That's a tall order, but I'm up to it, particularly now in the month of March. March is not just a noun. It's not just a month of the year. March is a command. It's an order. Move forward. And that's going to be the theme today. March. March is a verb. Welcome to the first Friday in the month of March. And I am Robert Gatewood, your host, and I'm glad to be here. Boy, you don't know how glad I am to be here. People been looking for me. Like, Gatewood, where are you, man? You're not calling me back. You're not sending me a text. You're not returning my calls. Where are you? I see the work is getting done, but where are you? Are you in a cave? Have somebody kidnapped you? Have you left the country? Are you still with us? But I'm still here. Of course, everybody has a challenge every now and then, but I'm just glad to be on this earth and glad to be with you today on this Marketing Pulpit Show. I'm Robert Gatewood, your host. I'm here every Friday. I'm a business developer. I have a company called Gatewood Marketing and Web. And I'm also a author, written 2 books. I'm a professor at Prince George's Community College. I've dabbled in the government space with small businesses, but it's all part of my mission. Everything I do ties into my greater calling of helping business owners. And these times, boy, we need help right now. People are cutting the fool out here. And so we need all the help we can get. And I'm not saying I have all the answers, but we can marshal our resources and pull together, and collectively, we're going to be okay. We've weathered more, we've endured worse, and we always come out on top. Sometimes a little lower around, but we still come out. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. Go to marketingpulpit.com. You can follow the show right on the homepage. We also have a presence on Facebook. We have a presence on YouTube. We have a presence on Instagram. And we have a presence all over the place. Go to LinkedIn, you can find me. If you want to just find out more about what's going on with this guy behind the mic, just Google Robert Gatewood and our Marketing Pulpit and find out what we have going on here. I want to say good morning to some folks. Good morning, Mr. Brown, the greatest plumber in town, one of our famous and very passionate listeners and followers. Thank you for your support over the years. And thank you to everybody who's listening in for the first time. And those of you who have been following the show over the past 15 years. Wow, it's a long time. It's a long time in radio years. I thank the folks over at Radio 1, Miss Kathy Hughes and Miss Jackson and Ron Thompson and Alonzo, the engineer, all the folks over there. That's where we launched the show back in 2020 when my dad was in hospice and I was looking for a name for the show. I named the show Marketing Pulpit to honor his many years behind the pulpit as a Baptist minister. About 51 years he stayed in that pulpit. Look like I'm trying to give him a run for his money and longevity. 15 years, that's 51 backwards. So look out, Pops, coming for you. We have an exciting show today. This is the first Friday. Don't forget to come out to the Marketing Pulpit and the BLE First Friday. at 9701 Apollo Drive in Largo area. If you're in the DC area, Largo, Maryland. So come on out and just rub shoulders and do some networking. We need to build the stakeholders to make our businesses successful. And building stakeholders, building a company is more than just getting customers. We want those customers and clients, don't get me wrong. But there are more pieces to the puzzle. You need funders, you need contractors, employees, suppliers, vendors, government agencies. There's a lot of pieces, and you can't get those folks always just by doing traditional advertising. So you want to get out and network and build these relationships, and that's really going to be one of your most successful efforts, one of your most propitious efforts in your business development search is to build relationships. I'm telling you, I'm giving you the key to the kingdom right now. Don't take this lightly. Build relationships. Spending all this money on things that may or may not work. Put that energy and faith in yourself, in your ability to let people see you for that brilliant person that you are. Good morning, Attorney Bradley Thomas. Glad to see you this morning. Listen, what we're going to talk about today. This is the first of the month of March. As I said, March is a verb. March, that's an order. We're going to talk about March and how you can use this time of year to get you back on track, to get you inspired, to tackle some of the challenges ahead of us. So March, couldn't think of a better term, a better month for the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. As comes March, there are some appreciations and observances. It's National Employee Appreciation Month. And I say to all the people out there working and you're doing your job, I appreciate you. I don't even know who you are. But the fact that you get up in the morning, go to a job, you deserve appreciation. I'd say I appreciate you to the folks that work for me. I think of a couple of people. I know one person in particular has been working with me about 20 years. Somebody say, how in the heck can somebody work for you for 20 years? How do you do it? What do you have to do? Well, the first thing I say you have to do is to give a damn. You have to realize that employees are not perfect, just like we're not perfect. They have challenges, they have good days, bad months. Sometimes they go through a rough stretch. So you give them the same grace you would give yourself. Now, you don't want anybody to take advantage of you, but that's how you get somebody to work for you for 20 years. You see their peaks and valleys, their highs and lows. Give them a break. You pay them well. Be flexible. We appreciate you. I appreciate my staff, and I appreciate the workers, employees all over the globe. It's also Hearing Awareness Week. I heard that. National Procrastination Week. I'll get to that a little later. It's also Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. Listening Awareness Month. I've told you once and I'll tell you again the importance of listening. You just have to, if you want to solve many problems, it starts with listening. Brother Bradley Thomas made a good point. So I wonder if Trump and Musk are celebrating Employee Appreciation Month. Well, Brother Bradley, if I were a betting man, I'd take that bet up on it with anybody today. I'm pretty sure. Oh, boy. I'll tell you what. What a day we live in. What a time we live in. This is National Optimism Month. I feel good about that one. And National Women's History Month. All right. Women's History Month. To all the women out there, we appreciate you and your contributions. And we've celebrated women and their accomplishments on this show since its inception. Appreciate you. All right. We still have the business directory. Go to marketingpulpit.com or go to mpi.biz and just follow go to YouTube also and follow us on YouTube. And you'll get the notification. You can listen to past shows and just sit there and just go for it. A couple items in the news quickly. People about to boycott Target again. Target is probably like, I can't get a break. Let me tell you what the problem with Target. I remember this when my daughter was in school. She was a little something. And a lot of the parents, Target was like a meeting ground. It was like a club. They even called it Target. So people feel betrayed by Target. That's why Target is the subject of such ire. People are mad at Target. It's like even a family member has turned on you. They dismantled their DEI programs, diversity, equity, and inclusion. And they had programs that were helping Black entrepreneurs get on the shelf, cutting out some of the red tape, encouraging them, promoting them, giving them a leg up. And then just out of the blue, well, not out of the blue, out of the orange, I mean, out of nowhere, they just pulled the rug and said, we're not going to be embracing DEI any longer. So that's why people keep saying, why are you picking on Target? What Target? We thought Target was rightly or wrongly so. We felt like Target was part of the family. And you get angrier at a family member when they betray you than just somebody off the street. So Target they've gotten the blowback big time from people who are really incensed about their pulling the DEI program. I'm not happy about it either. I used to shop at Target. I was one of those folks on Christmas Eve. I'm looking for a place to get that last minute pair of pajamas or some Old Spice or whatever. I don't feel good doing that anymore. I feel like the owners, the presidents and so forth, they didn't show courage or leadership. They became a follower instead of a leader. Just because the government decides to turn its back on the program that was somewhat trying to level the playing field for marginalized and disenfranchised people, we just can't brush that away. So anyway, make a long story short, on March 5th, there are organizers that are calling for a 40-day boycott of Target. Now, Target's already feeling the pressure. They had like a 5% decrease in foot traffic from like the middle of January to late February. So did Walmart and Costco, on the other hand, who did not withdraw their DEI programs. Matter of fact, embraced it, along with a few other companies like Apple and others. They're seeing an increase. So it pays to be a good steward and to know and to read the room. Target didn't read the room. They're paying for it. So we're going to see how this 40-day Target boycott works out. Now, I did a couple of shows on, I did a show on, matter of fact, last week we ran it, very popular show called Boycott. The pros and cons, the winners and losers. Do people sacrifice equally? Some people feel like, hey, don't be boycotting me. I got products in Target and Walmart, been working my behind off trying to get in these stores. Gatewood, I follow your advice. You told me to go out here and scale my company. Now the people boycotting me. It's a tough one. So anyway, go back and listen to those shows. Just go to YouTube and you can just listen. You'll see the big sign. Just go to the Marketing Pulpit channel on YouTube. You'll see a big thumbnail that says boycott. You'll also see one that says DEI. I talked about DEI. And I also did a show on justice. So I've been beating this drum lately. And people say, Gateway, why you not out here helping us get customers? You're supposed to be talking about this kind of stuff. All this talk about justice and DEI and boycott? Well, it's all intertwined, and these are different times because it's affecting my clients. And if it's affecting my clients, it affects me. I am not a sideline sitter. Never have been, never will be. Sorry. Well, these tariffs, man, I'm tired of this tariff talk too. Tired of this tariff talk. You get the feeling that the folks that's running the country don't know what the heck they're doing. Me, like many other people, I dibble and dabble in the stock market. Done pretty well. I did ditch my Tesla stock, thank goodness. Man, you know about a free fall. They were like almost $500 a share back in November when Trump won the re-election. And now they're down to like $263 today. I took this stock, I dumped it into Apple. And I took a substantial loss because I dumped it before it took off. And so at the time, it seemed like a loss. But now Apple and Tesla almost neck and neck. I think Apple is like $235 a share, Tesla's around $263. So the difference is negligible. So it was a smart move. I have to give those kind of examples because people do the right thing. Sometimes you feel like you're trying to be smart and savvy by doing. So well, look, I'm in there to make money. I ain't got time to be worrying about that DEI and boycott and justice stuff. I'm in for the money. Well, you're gonna find out sometime the hard way. When you do the right thing, you're gonna sleep better at night. And justice, I think Dr. King said, the arc of justice is long. The arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. You got to do some things for the long haul and for the right reason. And all money is not good money. So yeah. Anyway, these tariffs. Now they got out here. 1 minute the tariff is on, 1 minute it's off. Mexico and Canada, they're not playing that. They said, man, screw you. We're going to take all your liquor off the shelves. And just because you decide to moonwalk it back doesn't mean we're going to lift our retaliatory tariff on the U.S. And that's what's going on now. We've got this person that's running the country who's out here selling scores and personal vendettas, had the stock market jittery. So people got their 401ks and they've invested all this money in the stock market for somebody to be out here playing around just because they don't like Trudeau or talking about 1% of the world's fentanyl may be coming across the border from Canada, with 1% that's coming to the United States. And you're going to put tariffs on the entire country, 25%. Now you decide to take it off the cars or pause it for 30 days. And you think the market is going to respond to that? The market is in a free fall. People are losing money. They're losing millions of dollars. If it affects my clients, it affects me. And I don't like it. Don't like that one bit. I don't like that. I don't like that. You ever seen that movie Belly? This guy Tyron, what is his name? Tryon or something. Had the wig on eating that banana. I don't like that. He's eating that banana, boy. You know, just Google Belly and banana scene. So I'm doing my belly banana eating guy impersonation. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Anyway, I know that's over some people's heads, but I do watch a lot of movies. That's how I relax. Hey, sometimes you go through a rough day and you come home, you turn on a movie like Belly or Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood. I like those movies. I know. I don't kind of match what I'm talking about or who I am, but hey, you like what you like, okay? I like other movies too now, don't get me wrong. I don't just sit around watching gangster movies. All right, but anyway, back to these tariffs. If you're going to be affected by tariffs, then there's some things that you might can do. This is just good advice, even when there's no tariff. You want to make sure keep an eye on your supply chain. The supply chain, I've done several shows on supply chain. And like I said, when I talk about these things, I said several shows, you can always go to YouTube. Just do a search on the in the search bar. Just do marketing pulpit and then put in the topic, let's say supply chain. You'll find an entire show on supply chain. Well, we talked about supply chain, but these are some things you might offset some of the impacts of tariffs. Diversify your suppliers. Don't get all your eggs from one basket. Or don't talk about eggs nowadays. Might look at localized sourcing. You might pay a little more, but have your local source some of these things that you're buying overseas. You might look at the components of your designs of your patent and see if you can maybe substitute some items that are not impacted by the tariff or some countries that are not. And when you're negotiating, put in some long-term contracts in some of your very substantial and pivotal items to make sure that they will stand any type of test, that maybe they won't be impacted because you're locked into some type of long-term agreement. And of course, engage in advocacy. You don't have to take it. Fight. March. Folks, we don't have to take it. I'm not taking it. I'm fighting. Got my dukes up. You can fight too. Daggone it. Lobby. March. Joint organizations that are fighting. You don't have to take this. I'm just saying. Good morning, Ronald. Good morning, Platinum. Some of my favorite folks watching today. Love you guys. You guys are glad to see you this morning. Glad to see you. People, car payment delinquencies have spiked. I'm not surprised about that. Now, let me tell you a quick story about car payments too. Don't go out here and spend all your money on these darn cars. A lot of folks got stuck with Teslas now and paying through the nose because it was cool at the time. And I know you didn't know Elon was going to go crazy. But not just Tesla, but if you have a good car, and that car is getting you from point A to point B. I know it's cool and it's the end thing to have a nice slick ride up under you. Let me tell you guys, I've been through that. I've had every luxury car you can name. And I regret, in hindsight, I regret every one of them. I'm thinking about all that money could have been in my bank account. And so people are buying these cars that they can't afford and they're losing them. And there has been a spike in delinquencies lately. And that's going to lead to some repossessions, bad credit. So listen to Gatewood this morning as he tells you, I entreat you, hang on to that car. If it's getting you down the road, hang on to it. So that need a new water pump. Spend the $200 or $300. Hang on to it. At some point, you have to get a new car. But boy, that $600, $700, $800 a month every month. Do you know how much money that is? You put that money in one of those 5% interest-bearing savings account. Put you about $1,000 in there, $50,000 in there, and watch it pay you $200 a month. Just sitting. That's what could be happening instead of riding around in a car that somebody's going to come back and take. Hermione said she just searched banana scene from Belly. Good impression. All right. I ain't happy about that. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. That's funny, Hermione. That's funny. I gotta check that movie out though. Belly. They had who were the characters in that? This guy Tyrene, was it? I think DMX. If you watch the movie, what's that movie? South Central, I think. Had Lorenz Tate and this same guy that played the Belly scene. These are good movies. Anyway, you can learn from. I watch these movies really for a reason. I learn. There are lessons in all these movies. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put up a recommended movie list on the marketing pulpit, and I'm gonna tell you the lesson that I get from that movie. Now, listen to this smart man here. Listen to this smart man. Attorney Bradley said he hasn't had a car payment in over 30 years. And that's somebody who's really, really smart. 30 years. Well, you got me on that one, Brother Thomas. I think mine now has been paid off about 5 years. And just loving it. Man, I go out, I used to get that car, I sit out there in the parking lot, and I be parking in there way out in the corner so somebody won't put a dent in it. No matter how hard you try, you can be the only car in the parking lot. Somebody's going to park right next to you. So I was going through all of that, walking like 2 blocks so my car can be in a space without any it's not worth it. Now I park my car anywhere, man. I go out there, I be waiting on a dent. So I count that as a victory, a mark of success of this old car that I'm not. And it's not an old ugly car, but it's a decent car. I maintain it. I get my oil checked every month, not every month, whatever. I follow the instructions in the book, and I am just enjoying putting that money in the bank. That's like $500 of free money just goes in the bank. I can buy me some stock. I can put it in that 5% yielding savings account. So thank folks. We got, especially during these times, March. Oh yeah, money says Nas is in that movie. Yeah, Nas. Oh, that's right, Nas. Yeah, that's right. Nas was trying to get out of I think he was trying to get out of the hood. All these movies have that central theme. There's some young lady trying to get them to fly right, and they're dodging bullets. Got the girls, the women all stressed out, and but that's a good movie. Thank you, Money. Belly. Now Belly needs to send me a check for endorsing that movie. No, that's okay. Let's talk about our topic today. Talk about March. Then we'll get you out of here. I have a First Friday to go to downstairs. Now, if you are in the DC area, get on down to First Friday at 9701 Apollo Drive in Largo. It's the same building where I'm sitting right now. Just downstairs. I'm up on the 3rd floor. They're down on the 1st floor. And network. Once you get to see me, I'll be looking just like this in about a half hour. And I know that's an incentive for some of y'all not to come. Okay, you don't have to look at me. Okay, Miss Bernadette Clay is going to be there, the owner of BLE Executive Suites. She has the 3 locations, and one in Largo here, we have the one in College Park, the Hub Zone, one over in National Harbor. Brilliant young lady, and she's going to be talking about taxes. She's also a tax specialist, certified tax preparer, and she's going to be giving you some tips today on how to save money on these taxes. So that's going to be the theme today. And I'll be opening things up with my monologue. I crack a few jokes, get a few boos. Sandman come yank me off the stage. It's gonna be fun, and we got free food. Panera Bread. Man, I've already. Man, that's if there's no other reason to come on out, get you some free Panera Bread. That chicken salad, that chipotle chicken, the turkey subs, the salads, and the cookies, and the drinks. And I might cut this show short. I'm getting hungry over here. Hey, don't come out just for the food, but if you're coming on out, we will feed you. Courtesy of BLE Executive Suites. To find out more about BLE, go to blesuites.com. And check out their services. If you need phone services, you need meeting rooms, the whole conferences and workshops, mailbox services, so you don't have to give out your personal mailbox address to all these crazy folks out here. Check them out. Or call them at 301-322-1700. Tell them Gatewood sent you and tell them you want a free month or 2 of services. And they will honor it. Wait. No, they will. If they don't, I'll pay for it out of my pocket. My empty pocket. All right, let's talk about March for a minute. March being in order. So March extends beyond being merely the third month of the year. It's also an action verb. March means moving forward, progress. So how do we take this and help us during these times we're in? Well, first, let's embrace the concept that March means moving forward. It means progress. It symbolizes progression. So to do that, let's take March and embrace it as a time for renewal. March, it kicks off spring. Let's refresh ourselves. Let's take a collective breath and let's renew. We've had 3 months. We're going into 3 months of the year. Let's inspire ourselves collectively and get ready for action for the remainder of the year. Motivate yourself. Motivate your team. Let's march. It's March. Let's march. March. That's an order. Let's take this time of March and cultivate that growth mindset, that progressive mindset. Sometimes you got to sit down and close the blinds and maybe watch a movie. Really rejuvenate and get your mind right. You can't get your business right. You can't get your life right until you get your mind right. And I'm encouraging all of you business owners out here and those who are not in business or those who are thinking about it. Let's take this March as a command to embrace a mindset of growth and progression. That's what I'm doing. I'm taking a minute to think about what's next. How am I going to handle some of the things that are going on in business, in government, personal lives, and so forth. March is a time to collaborate. Let's embrace this opportunity to collaborate and network. We can't do this alone. Let's march in the spirit of collaboration and networking. That's another reason to come out to the BLE networking event in about a half hour. Let's march towards building our businesses and embracing sharp and innovative marketing and business development techniques. Some of these old flat, worn out ways, maybe they didn't work last year and you're finding out they're not working in 2025 either. So let's march to greater, more effective ways of promoting ourselves. I'll give anybody a 15-minute consultation. I'm not looking for clients. I'm just going to tell you right now. I am not looking for clients. Thank you, but no thank you. Gatewood is tired. Now I'm going to continue to work with the clients that I have, and I will take maybe one client I just feel like, okay, all right. Because that particular client is so aligned with my mission and purpose, and it seemed like an extension of me, yes, I might take that client on. But what I want you to do, though, if you have some marketing questions and challenges and you need some help, I will give you a free consultation. Get that by going to gatewoodmarketing.com. Just click on the 15-minute free consultation. I'm here to help. Also, let's march towards taking care of ourselves. Stop putting off that test, that blood test, that physical. All you men, that PSA test. Get up and march yourself down to the doctor, to the clinic. Take that blood pressure. You can get a little machine, keep it at home, pull it out. Tired of us leaving here. Too many people leaving here. Found out a couple of days ago, my good friend Malcolm Beach, another one of my clients. Been a client for about 10 years, more like 15. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? It's just way too many. So we can't, what's going to happen is what's going to happen. But we have to be more proactive. so that what does happen happens in our favor. Exercise, drink water, get your checkups, get your tests, eat healthy. Let's march in the right direction for our health and our well-being and those of our loved ones. And also, let's march towards reflection and learning. What have we learned from last year? What have we learned the first 2 months of this year? What can we adjust and do better? March. Don't be sitting still. March. Keep it moving. So in conclusion, because I have to go down here and get my Panera bread. I mean, go to the networking event. Man, let me tell you, y'all better get off this line and get in your car and head over to 9701 Apollo Drive and get some of this food and hear me talk and Miss Bernadette Clay talk about these taxes and just this collective spirit of, if you're working from home, which many people are, you have to get out that house. I was coming to work this morning. One of my clients, a brother named Malcolm. He said, "Hey, what? Don't you have that networking event?" "Yeah, Malcolm. Get in your car and head over to Largo." He's all right. I'm gonna try to get over there. And let me throw Malcolm a Panera bread sandwich. But he's coming for the networking. So in conclusion, March not only is a noun that represents the third month of the year, it's also an opportunity for us to be progressive, to move forward, to make sure we taking care of business, moving things in the right direction, not being stagnant, going out building these relationships, taking care of ourselves and our bodies and our health. It's a good time for renewal. Let's march. Let's march in that direction. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. I want to say thank you to everybody who's tuning in today. Armani and Platinum and Bradley and Ronald and Gerald and all the other folks who didn't put your name up on the screen. If you want to shout out, just drop your name in and I'll give you a shout out before I get off the air. And if you have a business owner, let's support these business owners. Feel free to put your name, your company name in the feed, your website, and we'll support you. I'll send people your way. Also, you can go to the Marketing Pulpit Business Directory. And so looking forward to seeing you there. And on that note, we're going to wrap this show up. I'll see you downstairs at the BLE networking event. And if you want to be successful, because I like to close out my show, you have to do these three things. You have to do the right thing, do it at the right time, and you have to do it right. Enough talk. Let's get to work.